Welcome to this quick tutorial on Mommy Tracker. To launch the tracker, simply tap on the Mommy Tracker icon. This is the main view of the tracker. There are multiple sub-trackers in this tracker. We will take a look at them in a moment. At the very top is an edit icon, where you can update the header image. If you do not set any header image, the default image will be shown. The main tracker area is here in the middle, where you will find many sub-trackers. There are two views you can switch between. The icon view, which is the default, and then the cards view, which you can get by tapping on this toggle button. As you can see, the card view is laid out as a list from top to bottom, and you may need to scroll to see all of the trackers. The main difference between the card view and the icon view is that in the card view you can see the most recent data related to the tracker. Now, let's switch back to the icon view. Let's take a look at how to use the Breastfeeding Tracker. You can launch the tracker by tapping on the breastfeeding icon. When you use it for the first time, you will get this screen with no data available message. Tap on the Add Data button when you start breastfeeding your child. You should then pick the left or the right breast, depending on which breast you are using to feed your child. This starts your session. You can also select the feeding position from the list here. When you are done feeding, you can tap on the Stop button here. You can see your entry listed in the main breastfeeding view. When you go back to the breastfeeding tracker, your most recent reading is going to be visible on the top. When we switch to the card view, you can see the most recent reading also visible on the card. By the way, you can also tap on a card to take you to the respective tracker. In this view, you can edit the entry by tapping on the Edit button. Here you can make the desired changes and tap on the Update button to save the changes. Now let us take a look at the breast pumping tracker. Just like the previous tracker, when you are using pumping for the first time, you need to tap on the Add Data button to start adding some data. Here, to start a session, you need to tap on either the left or the right pump icon. This should correspond to the breast you are pumping. You can always use the toggle button here to enable the second pump. Once you are done pumping, you can enter the amount of milk pumped in this text box, and then tap on the Save button. The newly entered record should appear in the main pumping area, and the card view should also get updated with the most recent record. Now, let's take a look at the weight tracker. The main page of the weight tracker is slightly different. To see all the weight data, tap on the See All Data pivot. This will launch the familiar cards view, where you can see any previously logged weight data. You can edit and delete records here, just as in the other trackers. You can add new data by tapping on this button. This opens up the calendar view, where you can select a date and enter your weight. You will notice that the date where you entered the data has a little red dot at the top. And as you can see, the second record now shows up in the cards view. Going back to the main weight tracker page, here you can see a quick chart view of all the weights that you have entered. The default selected tab is the month view, and here is the record that we just entered. You can switch between the tabs to select different ranges of data to view. For example, this is the yearly view. In this view, you can see the averages of the weights in each month. Next, let us take a look at the temperature tracker. The screens of the temperature tracker are a lot like the weight tracker. You can add new data by tapping on the Add Data button. The charts displays similar records in the various time ranges. Moving on to the moods tracker. When you tap on the tracker, you will see a card view of any entries that have already been made. You can add new record in a very familiar interface, just like the weight and the temperature trackers. The newly added record always shows up on the top. The next tracker is the flow tracker. As with the other tracker, you can add new data by tapping on the Add Data button. The new records show up on the top, and you can now either edit or delete this record. So that was a quick introduction to Mommy Tracker. We hope you found this video useful. As always, please like and subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment if you would like to know more about our apps. Thank you for watching.